Hey there, Cookie Collab members. This video is just a quick recap of how Kent explained the Google Drive syncing and linking and getting your local files from week 1 into the Google Drive. So just when we started week 1, what we really did was we just worked on our own computers and we made a local file. And so this is the Blanche SB local file that I made. And it's got a sync collection and two sub collections. We've got foundations, which are these two things. Then I've got some footings and information here. And this is all part of this collection. So of my 3 objects that I've got here, I'm ready to send these over to the master whip file that is assigned to me from Kent. So on the Google Drive, I've got it downloaded to my desktop. We're going to go to the Spice Vendor house, going to go into Scenes, Models, and Whip folder. Now, depending upon your team, you're going to go in whichever category that you've got your asset assigned into. So I'm on the Free Creations team, and we're covering the house. And we got the house exterior. So mine is going to be Whip House Foundations Blanche SB 00. And I've already done this once just for testing, but we're just going to assume that your file is 00, and you're going to go ahead and double click on that and open the file. Now I've got this file opened already, and this is what the Kent file looks like that he made for me. And we'll just drop this down to focus on our outliner here. Okay, so we're on the view layer, and there is a Master House Foundations Blanche SB. This is the collection that Kent has specifically made just for me. And he's made one just for you as well. And then he's got this other reference stuff and a master camera. Don't worry about these 2 things right now. What you really need to worry about is you need to select this collection. And he showed a couple ways to do this. You can always come in here and grab all these objects and copy them and then paste them in here. But I like that I have my collections already pre-made. And so I'm just going to go ahead and append the collections into the file. So File, and then we go to Append, and I'm going to navigate to my let's drag this over a little bit so I can read. Navigate to my file. So mine is the version 3. And when I click Append, I can go into Collections, and I can see all my collections here. And I just want Collection 1 and Collection 2. And I'm going to go ahead and save this before I do that. So save, and I just hit refresh so that my collection names match. And I can hold Shift and select both of those and append both of those collections. And as long as I have this master selected when I append, both of those collections are going to end up in the master. And they've made it into my scene. And obviously, everything is not where it really needs to be, but that's okay. I mean, you guys should know how to come in here and grab your objects and move them into place and get your sizings set up the way they need to be set up so that you can get into the sculpting phase. But it was that easy. It really isn't any more complex than that. Now, when we do prep for sculpting, Kent did recommend having a one collection each, basically. So a high poly version of your meshes and a low poly version. So I can take both of these, right click, duplicate the collections, and let me pause just real quick. Okay, so you have to select your collections one by one. So select this one, then duplicate it, and now I've got 2. And I would just name the second one low poly. And this is you would do this once you're satisfied with your optimized low poly model. You would duplicate and send it to a high poly model. And then you're going to start sculpting or doing your high poly work on your high poly model. Now you want both of these to look basically the same starting out, but this is just to help you get started once you're in your master file. And then you're ready to start ripping and rolling, doing the week 2 homework and getting ready for submission. Now when you are ready, since this is technically the whip file, all you really have to do is go to File, Save As, and we're going we're not going to save over the 000 or the blanch SB 00. Go, your file name is already going to be set up here, and you just have to click the plus button, and you're going to save that new rev version. And this is a whip file. But when you're done with your homework, the whip file is going to become a master file as well. So I'll just go through that process. So I'm going to roll this up, and just to show that I've got this one going to get overwritten, that's fine. So we'll just do a save as. Now let's say that I've done all my work, the high poly stuff is done, and I'm ready to submit it for homework. I can just go to File, Save As again, and rather than being in the whip folder, we'll go up one folder, 2, 3. So on the models folder, this is where we want to save our master. And all you really got to do is come in and change from whip to master, and then click save. And get rid of the revision number. This is really just the master file. And this is the collection that Kent will be using in the master file. So we got to have a master file, and you have to have the collection named exactly the way Kent has it set up. So if you mess the name up, this is the structure that we have. We have, master, the category, what the item is, and then the user's name. And then you just click Save As. I'm not going to do that right now because I need to do my homework still. But it's as easy as that. And then the next time we go into week 3, you're just going to open your whip file and roll up the rev and keep working. And then you'll save, once week 3 is over, you'll save back onto that master file as the latest and greatest master. Hopefully that makes sense. And good luck, guys. And we'll see what you create. Thanks.